Christmas, and something I forgot to do in the first episode and that I was wanting to do is show you Korak's notes. So Korak, I mentioned in the last episode, has written down notes for each of the different areas of the game, and they really help piece together some of the backstory. So I definitely think it's worthwhile reading them and showing them to you. So here's Korak's notes on Fountainhead. In the days when Fountainhead was created, Morphos was summoned to be its protector, but the rat overlord captured him and locked him in a magical cell, allowing the moose rats to run free in the town along with their allies that take shape from the green ooze. Morphos must be freed to lift the curse of the ooze. And then it also gives you your quest. So my first quest is find Morphos, the protector of Fountainhead, and release him from his magic cell. The other thing I need to do too, before I do anything else, is when your characters are knocked unconscious or killed, there is a chance that their armor will break. And so, because Helmuth and Gandora were both killed in the previous episode, their armor is actually broken. Now, not such a big deal at the beginning of the game, but later on, it can be extremely expensive to repair. And to repair, you just go into the weapon shop and go to their inventory and fix their... But yeah, see, that cost me 2,000 gold to fix. This padded armor is going to be significantly less expensive, but yeah, it's never a good thing to have armor break on you. It can oftentimes cost more to fix their armor than it costs to resurrect the character. Other thing I was going to do is unload equipment. It's just all garbage. And I don't think... Yeah, I didn't get guild membership. To buy any spells in the game, you have to have a membership to the guild. And so, to do that, there's always going to be somebody in town to sell it to you. And in the case of Fountainhead, it's right here. Peggy the Apprentice. Friends, I'm no beggar, but I am short 50 gold for materials for my studies. If you helps me, I can give you membership to Raven's Guild. Pay? Yes, we will. You have to buy this for each character, so it only makes sense to buy it for your casters. So we'll buy it for Gandora. We'll buy it for Isle Nice. And we will also buy it for Mira. So now they can all buy spells from Raven's Guild. However, Raven's Guild is only open at night. So let's clear the upper levels of Fountainhead. Heal you, donate, donate, donate. Heal, donate, donate, donate. Donate, donate, donate. And we'll get Fountainhead cleared. First thing is this unassuming wall. You see how my little lizard dude there is flapping his arm? That's because my robber, I believe. No, not my robber. Who has this skill? I can't remember. Oh, it's the gnomes. If you have a gnome in your party, they start with the Spot Secret Doors skill. And that causes the little lizard to flap his arm when you're in front of a secret door. So to deal with that, you bash the door, and it opens it up. And here we have two moose rats. Moose rats are a bit tougher than quite a few of the other enemies that we fight early on, but they were guarding a chest. The bands of the wooden chest are engraved with ornate flourishes. Do you wish to open? So this is why you have to have a thief in your party, because they're the only thieves and ninjas are the only two that can open chests or unlock doors. And doors aren't such a big deal because you can have your frontline fighters bash them down, but chests you cannot bash open. So we'll have Helmuth pick the lock, and we got a Gaive and 900 gold. Let's see if the Gaive's any good. Bronze Gaive. No, it's not. A little bit more to do up here. We've got a Bubble Man down here. They die pretty easily. This is the guild, but only open at night. There's this fountain here, and the fountains in Fountainhead, right now, if you go over them, green ooze surges in the fountain's bowl. Toss a coin. You throw a coin, and noxious fumes floats you back, and you get attacked by bubble men. So, don't throw coins until you get the curse lifted, is basically what I'm saying. This door, bash it in. Grates and stuff like that, you can usually just bash open. Kill the loose rat, bubble man. There's another loose rat down here. Now this is the pit to the Fountainhead Caverns. I'm not going to go there quite yet. You'll find messages scrawled on walls all over the place. Oftentimes they're clues. So wanted, offer of artifacts of good, reward offered. See Pythos and Castle White Shield. There are 3 castles in the game. There's Castle White Shield. And I can't remember the other 2 off the top of my head. But White Shield is the good castle. There's also a neutral castle and an evil castle. White Shield's the first one you find. This is the guy we're looking for, because remember, like I said, I'm not typing in any codes unless I actually get it figured out in-game. So the Skull Miser. Skull Miser gives us another quest. Cranon, Priest of the 5 Forces. Friends, I'm building a shrine to the 5 Forces and need ornaments to adorn its columns. Will you help me? Yes, we'll help you. It is said there are silver skulls scattered about this isle. Bring me 5 and be rewarded. So he wants silver skulls. And now, if we go in here, let's see, we've got a second quest. Deliver 5 silver skulls to Cranon and Fountainhead. So that is that. Bash down that. And anytime you bash a door, your guys take a bit of damage. It's not much, but it does add up after a while. So the storehouse. Here. Moose rats and bubble men. Yeah, Dora's getting hit a lot. I wonder what her hit points are like. 7. She needs a heal. Fight through these. Focusing on the moose rats first because they tend to do more damage. Okay, everybody's kind of messed up, but it's not a big deal because we've fought through the mob of enemies. 2 more chests here, so same deal. Another one with ornate flourishes. We'll open it with Helmuth. Oh, and you see there how there's the little flash on his face? That means that he activated a trap on it. Sometimes those can be very painful. I've had them kill thieves. So we got 2,500 gold and a club. With a coral club. Actually, not the worst thing in the world. We'll replace Alnice's cudgel with the coral club. And another chest. Pick the lock. And we got a cloak, 500 gold and 25 gems. A coral cloak. So again, let's take a look down. Armor. Give the coral cloak to, again, Dora. And Mira doesn't have a cloak yet, so we'll give her the cloak. Equip that. And off. Bash down that door. That's just a second entrance to the same room. And up here is the bank. I haven't taken you up here yet. This is kind of useless. Here you have a fellow who will teach you map making, but since our sorcerer already starts with cartographer, we don't need it. If you don't have map making, you don't get a mini-map. And you'll notice how right now that X marks where I am, but it doesn't tell me what direction I'm facing in. That's because I don't have the direction sense skill yet. Now, odd jobs. Odd jobs is interesting. He'll pay you 50 gold, but you gotta work for a week. And again, remember what I said about time being important in this. You don't want to waste time. So we'll pop back up to Greenleaf here. Heal everybody up. I tend to use temples a lot for healing, rather than resting, again, just on account of time. Oh, here's another one. Ye faithful subjects of King Righteous, deliver the ultimate power orbs to Castle Whiteshield. The ultimate power orbs will come up later, and they're sort of the end game goal, is to gather these power orbs. And it's what leads to the end of the game, and you have to pick one of the 3 kings to give them to. There's 31 in total, and once you deliver 11 to one king, then the game ends, and the other 2 castles get destroyed. So, we're going to go down into Fountainhead Cavern, though. So, not going to do it quite yet. First thing, cast light. Okay, so now we're in Fountainhead Caverns. There's bats and barrels and goblins and moose rats. Bats die easily. Very easily. Now, this bit, with these barrels, I am going to save scum to a degree. And that's because some of the barrels will give you stat boosts, and I want to make sure that I give the stat boosts to the people that I want to give the stat boosts to. Generally speaking, I want everyone to get up to 25 in endurance and might. Intellect and personality are mostly going to go to these 2, but I want to get her up to 25 in each of them as well, because that, again, that's the break point for the last stat boost before you have to wait until you get to like 50. So, like I said, I'm going to save, because I don't remember which barrel's which. Green Ooze. So he got a Sacred Silver Skull. Hey, first of the 5. There's actually a lot more than 5. Got some gold, and you'll see it does hurt him too. Like, he took a bit of damage doing that. Not much, but... Okay, so that one hurt more. That one had absolutely nothing in it, except for poison. And poison is bad. And this one... 750 gold. Now these swinging blades will damage the entire party when you walk through them, so you do want to be careful. And there is a spell you can get called Jump that lets you bypass them, but not going to do much here, so smack. Muscles surge with heightened power, so that's a strength one. Bumps up his strength by 5, and so I would rather that actually go to Renar. So yeah, now his might's up to 24. Save again. Just acid. I'm not going to reload when I just get acid or something like that. A scimitar. Okay, the Altar of Eber speaks. For 250 gold, I will teach you to find hidden doors. Pay? No, I'm not going to pay, because I've already got somebody who can find hidden doors. There is one that's very important. It teaches you swimming. Duncan search. A tiara. It's probably going to be made out of leather. Wood. Even worse. Understanding and wisdom. We don't want him to gain understanding and wisdom. That's intellect. I'm actually just going to check and see what this one is first. Charming. Personality. We don't care about personality for him either. Might actually get a slightly different item this time. A belt. Still probably gonna... Oh, leather belt. Not the worst thing in the world. At least I can use that. Give it to Gandora. Gives a little bit of armor. So now this one was intellect. So we want her to take that. So now her intelligence is up to 25, which is fantastic. I'm gonna... And... personality is 19, which... means you're going up to 24. Stay south to find the rat overlord. I can't tell which direction south is right now. Oh, I almost got poisoned too. The vampire bat must have done that. 750 gold. True of aim. Oh, that's probably worthwhile for him. Accuracy 21. Yeah, that'll do. If I get another aim one, I'm going to give it to Belvedere, but... 200 gold. Okay. Well, do I have 5 silver skulls yet? I do. Well, I'll show you what happens if you don't have the 5 silver skulls. Kyrian holds the password. 5 skulls will make it known. So that's the dude that wants me to get the silver skulls for him. And here we have the guy that teaches you how to swim. So right now, the only character that has swim is Mira, because she's human. She's the only human in the party. So I need to get everybody else swimming. Oh, I just doubled up on her. That cost me 200 gold. Okay, so now everybody can swim, which means I can move through shallow water. Anyhow, this is why you need to... What be the word for me if ever the other side you see? I don't know. And you get teleported back. First aid Gandora. If you turn in one spot, with pendulums, it will do more damage to your party too. That's why I was sidestepping like that. Goblins to kill. First aid to cast. Another goblin to kill. Seek the Slithercut stronghold in Druid Haven. Slithercut stronghold's one of the dungeons that you want to do sort of toward the end of the early game, if that makes any sense. Okay, so we got another room here. More barrels. Save up. 300 gold. 200 gold. For 500, I will make you sense the unseen dangers. So danger sense causes that little bat thing to move his mouth. However, yes, I don't know if it's both the dwarves. Yeah, the dwarves already start with danger sense, so don't need to pick that up. And direction sense, here's another one that I'm looking for. So for 100 gold, I will grant you direction sense, so you may always know your way. We do want that. We'll give it to him just for why not. But now you see the gem. Instead of having the 3 there, or the 3 eyes, it gives us the cardinal directions, which is wonderful. Got another door to unlock here. Bust that open. Save. Green ooze gurgles in a barrel. Do you wish to dunk and search? Fortune. So that's luck. I might actually reload, because I don't really care about his luck. I want to get my robber's luck up to 25. So, yeah, now his luck is 25. Bash that open. Kill some moose rats. Now we got more barrels. Now I do remember that the 3 outer barrels are all acid, so I'm not going to bother with them. And I remember that because it killed somebody at one point. For whatever reason, it stuck in my head. Brass necklace of magic detection. I think magic detection will cast identify for you. Don't want to check that one. Splint mail. What kind of splint mail? Lapis splint mail. That's actually very good splint mail. And the only people that can use splint mail are, I believe, Belvedere and Isle Nice. So we'll remove that. We'll give her the splint mail. No. And out we go. Okay, so now until I get those skulls back, I can't go any further in the dungeon because I don't know the password. So we will go back up into Fountainhead. Ooh, and it's nighttime. Sweet. Cranon, priest of the 5 forces. Ah, now I can finish my shrine. Blessed by the forces will ye be. Use the password RATS in the cavern below, and if you find more skulls, bring them to me for further reward. He gives 1,000 XP and 1,000 gold for each skull. So I got 6,000 XP and 6,000 gold for that. Now that it's night, we're going to go to Raven's Guild. A wall of stone rumbles open to reveal the glowing eyes of the Guardian. Do you wish to peruse our spells? Yes, we do. Buy some spells. Mira, the only one I really care about is First Aid and Create Rope. For you, we want Cure Wounds and Suppress Poison. That's a useful spell too. Revitalize can also be handy. Yeah, Yeah, I'll get it. I've got the money to burn right now. Now for you, we want create rope. We want energy blast, and we want toxic cloud. And then we're going to go back up here and heal everybody. Can't go deposit my money in the bank because it's closed. It's only open. They actually have bankers hours, if you can believe it. It doesn't open until 9 in the morning, I don't think, and it closes at 5. Now, let's go straight. Now we're back here. Now that we know the password, we type in rats, and you see he lets us go by without teleporting. The yellow key grants access to the Fortress of Fear. Another sort of late, early game dungeon. Save. Quickening speed. Do I want Belvedere to have speed? What's his speed at now? 18? I could make Renar 20, which might actually work better. Yes, Renar is quicker. Again, just because of the bonus that you get when you hit 20. Oh, that's not a secret door. Oops. Rats. Bash. Save again. Feel stout like never before. That's endurance rather. And I might actually instead give that to Gandora. Because getting the constitution of your wizard up is always a good thing. She's actually in remarkably bad shape. Oh yeah, and Korak's notes. Forgot to do Korak's notes on the caverns. So, Korak's notes on Fountainhead Cavern. The builders of Fountainhead stored their riches inside barrels in this cavern and constructed pendulums to guard them. Enchanted altars monitor the passageways and sell skills that are most helpful to those who would dare leave the town walls. But... Now, how are you? You're 12. Close enough to full. Rats again. Bash. Kill a few more moose rats. And what do we have here? Feel stout like never before. More constitution. Might Renar, actually. Another constitution. I don't think he needs that much. Might actually give it to her instead. Renar gets toughened up a little bit. And Mira gets toughened up a little bit. The rat overlord is near. Turn back or perish. Bash the door! Kill the moose rats! A ladder to Fountainhead. Leave this haven of night prowlers. Second exit. Where will it lead? And there's our rat overlord. We'll do energy blast on you. Bash. And actually, may as well show you how items get used, because I think she does not have. In here, yeah, coin of sparking. So when you go into your inventory, clicking here opens up your inventory, and then you get the coin of sparking, and you use it, and it casts that spell. Pretty straightforward. There are limited charges to them, though. You can pay to get them recharged, but it can be quite expensive. And eventually you get a spell that lets you recharge items. Okay, so we are up here now. Mash open that door. Different chests. Gems set in the corners of the lid glow with power. Open the lid. Yes, we will. And we'll have Helmut do it. Now let's pick the lock. Morphos, a gaseous form, rises from the chest and hovers in the air before you. I am Morphos, servant of Gaim and protector of Fountainhead. By releasing me from my prison, you have lifted an enduring curse from this fair town. Accept my reward and heed my advice. Visit the fountain that stands alone. Plate armor. Ooh, plate armor's nice. Long sword. Long bow. Sling. Club. And that's it. Okay, so I'm going to put a cut in here. Next session, we will return to Fountainhead and potentially make our way down to the next town, which is Baywatch. So, until next time, cheers!